Hello and welcome back to Up the Villa podcast. If you're new, subscribe, drop this video a like and get involved in the comment section down below. So I want your thoughts. I want you to get involved in this episode as well. So I just thought I'd just come on and see where we're at, see where our head's at going into the final 11 games of the season. Once this absolute waste of time international break is done and dusted, then we're back to the main event of watching, you know, the type of football that we all love, and it's Aston Villa, and it's a great place, isn't it? You know, I mean, you know, you tend to forget how good we were doing. Do you know what I mean? Like we've been on a real good run of form, and you know, we absolutely demolished Bournemouth, and it was a brilliant performance. And then we've got this break, and then now it's about coming back in the full swing of things with 11 games to go, which it's not a lot of games, is it? And then we'll have the pre-season. So what I wanted to do is I wanted to talk about Europe. I wanted to talk about where we're at in the league and just gauge where we feel like we're going to finish. So what I have done is, if you stay until the end, I have inputted every Premier League fixture and I've came up with a table. I've came up with my final table. Now, I know it can twist and turn and however you view football and whatever, but I've had a go and I've predicted where Aston Villa are going to finish, top of the league, and then the bottom, how the relegation battle is going to be going as well. So I have done an episode on my other channel as well about the relegation battle. So if you want to go and have a look at that, it's Luke Robinson channel, and go and pop by and drop your thoughts on that one as well, and subscribe. So the whole narrative of Aston Villa, are we in the European race? Well, for me, it determines how you view football, basically. If you're one of these that sort of are a bit more positive, then you'd probably say Aston Villa, 4 points off Liverpool. What's 4 points? Beat Chelsea. We're right in that conversation, if you ask me. But I think the problem with that is it's where you look at what side of the table you look at. If you look at this side and you see 11th and you think, oh, Villa are 11th, absolutely no chance. They're not going to get Europe. But then if you look at the point side of it and you start thinking, well, they're only 4 points off Liverpool, that's not a lot. You've also got sitting on the fence, you know, I don't want to say that Villa can get Europe. To put big call in it, I don't know whether I want to predict and say that we could potentially do it, because we might not, and I might look stupid. So you've got those ones that are in the middle. And then you've got the ones over here that are like, Villa, get Europe. Absolutely no chance. Absolutely no chance to get in Europe. But they're the same ones that would be, if we were 4 points from relegation zone, they would be the ones that would be all over it. We're going down, win a relegation battle. So for me, it depends where you are, right? Positive, in the middle, going down, right? So wherever you are, I guess that's what we're going to have in the comment section down below. You know I'm not that side. You know I'm this side. So personally, I don't think we're going to get Europe. I just think it's a tough ask for us to do that. I think there's a lot of teams above us that are fixed in a bit of a better place, should I say. You know, you're looking at Brighton, Liverpool. You know, I think those types of teams, Newcastle, they've been there all season, haven't they? And I think they're in a decent place of picking up positive results each week. But I think Villa should be in the conversation. And I think the fact that we've gone under the radar and the fact that we have been 11th for about 10 weeks is the fact that why we're not in that convo. But I think we're 4 points off Liverpool. So we should be in that convo, basically, is what I'm trying to say. So I think we've got this form that we're in. For me to say Villa could get Europa Conference has got to continue for a very long time. So if we have a look at the current form of Villa at the minute, so if we have a look at where we are currently in form, we've beaten Everton, Palace, West Ham, Bournemouth. For Villa to get in that European form, that run has got to go on and on and on and on and on. And I have predicted the run to go on quite a lot, but as you'll see from the end, it's still not enough for Villa to get Europe. I would like to say from now until the end of the season, I would like this home form to get better. And by getting better, I just mean the types of performances we saw against Bournemouth, picking up real good wins. You know, if we can get a little bit higher in that form table. The away form has been really good as well, so I expect that to stay as it is. So, with that being said, where do I feel like Villa are going to pick up points then? So, I've predicted Villa to get a draw against Chelsea. I've predicted us to beat Leicester and Forest, which I think we're more than capable of doing. I think that would keep the form going nicely. Then I've predicted us to get draws against Brentford and Fulham. Now, they're two teams that I think we don't really pick up that many decent results against in the Premier League from what I can remember. I've predicted us to lose against Manchester United, standard away. And then I've predicted us to beat Wolves, beat Spurs, lose to Liverpool, and then beat Brighton on the final day. Now, some of you will be looking at that and thinking, you ain't predicted us to lose. I've predicted 2 losses, 3 draws, and 5 wins in the last 11 games for Aston Villa. You know, and I think the form can just swing. You know, some of those draws could be wins, some of them could be losses. But I think we're going to be in for like a consistent end to the season. I think we're going to be picking up more results rather than losing games. So I think we're going to have a decent end to the season. So let me know where you think we're going to finish and what points tally. So who wants to see my final Premier League table? So this is what I've predicted. So I have got Aston Villa finishing in 8th place on 57 points. Funny enough, we finish above Chelsea, above Fulham, above Brentford. And I think Liverpool get top 4. Brighton finish 5th. Brighton finish above Spurs as well. And now looks like they'll be looking at that former Bayern Munich manager. And I think we finish 3 points above Chelsea. So that's just the way I've predicted the games going. Let me know what you predict and where your points tally. But I think 57 points, in and around 57 points would be a fantastic turnaround for Unai Emery. And I've just tried to be level-headed with my predictions. Interested in winning the league, I've gone with Manchester City. I feel like Arsenal are going to slip up against Liverpool and Chelsea when they have to play them. I think Man City will beat Arsenal when they have to play them as well. Who wants to see my relegation battle? Right. So here we go. Right. Look at this. I've got Wolves staying up on goal difference with West Ham as well, staying up on goal difference. And that's what I've gone for at the bottom. I think Forest are just a sinking ship. I just think Forest are going to go. So that's my early predictions with around 11 games to go of what I've predicted to happen. So if you go on worldfootball.net, you can input all of your games at the top. It calculates your finishing position here, and then that's what I've gone with. So I just want to hear your thoughts on where you feel like we're going to finish. What's the point tally going to be? How do you see the season finishing? But I think it's going to be a positive one. I've said it for numerous years on this podcast now that it's so important, the end of the turn of a year and your end of season form, the momentum going into another season. I stick by that I think it's really, really important. So I just think we're going to pick up wins. It's going to be exciting. It's going to be a happy place to be as well amongst the fan base that we're getting positive results. We want to go down Villa Park and it's brilliant. And, you know, I'll take the from the women's team as well. You look at what Carla Ward did last season. She built the foundation of getting results, picking up decent performances against the big teams. And that form has continued into this season. And now they're fifth in the WSL. So I see something like that happening with Villa as well. So I'm really excited to go down Villa Park. I'm excited to go tomorrow to Villa Park to watch the Villa women in the WSL as well. But yeah, just drop your thoughts on where you think Villa are going to finish. I just want to hear your thoughts on it all, really. So yeah, up the Villa, and I can't wait to be back next week. Next week, where we've got all our Villa content for 11 games. April is going to be a bit of a mad one because there's just so many games. So it's going to be like episode every single day, maybe 2 a day. But that's what we're here for, isn't it? So if you are new to the channel, subscribe, drop this video a like. Up the Villa.